Alright guys, let's start the video off on the Craftsman 3/8 and it's a 4481 and it's dry, man. This thing is bad. It just needs it's not rusted real bad. It's got light surface rust. I'm gonna try to use the Dremel to clean this up. You know what? I'm wondering, I like this longer handle. I might just save this one. I was just contemplating about fixing that one, swapping parts for the longer handle. Alright, let's get after this. Let's see. Maybe somebody might want to see. Took the clip out, E-ring clip. Oh, it is dry as a bone in there. It's in good shape, really. Teeth are good. Just dry. Just dry. Yeah, the ball bearings in there is good, looks like. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get a view for you guys. See the ball bearing pop out? The ball bearing goes right in that corner, right in that hole. And there's a spring right here. Man, this thing is dry. There's a spring. So take the ball bearing and the spring, put it on the magnet so I don't lose it. And I don't know if it's worth even trying to clean that with a little carburetor cleaner or not. Yeah, looks like it's old dry grease on there. When I say old, I mean it's been in there a long time. Alright, let's get this up here. Little carburetor cleaner. Little wire brush action. Yeah. Cleaned up a little bit. Get this. Clean this paw up a little bit. Really hard to see what I'm doing and show you all at the same time. Really isn't bad shape. I've seen them a lot worse. Yeah. Different pair of pliers, sorry. crusty grease. And you can see the, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I can see the dry grease smoke off of it. It's just powder. Alright, that's enough with the little wire. Let's pull out the big boys. I'm going to use the Dremel. Trying to pay attention to what I'm doing and not catch my finger or screw up. Man, a lot of old dry grease. This thing ought to run, it ought to work like a brand new one now. Trying to see if it's dry grease in there or if it's just kind of stained, which I wouldn't think the metal stained. Or this brush is just not getting in there very well. Hang on, let's try, I got another finer pick here. really need to make like a bullseye on the table so I can see. That is, oh, that is greased. That brush is just not getting it. Check that out. That's what that is. It's just old dry grease clumped up in there. Huh. Well, I'll be. Well, that stinks. No, I thought it was stained where the metal was stained. I didn't. This is hardened steel, so this has got some hardness. It's not, you know, like a hatchet or anything like that. Makes a difference there. Makes a difference. Huh. Try something here. Let's see, find my spot. There. Yeah. Can definitely see an improvement now. Oof. I got a cut on my finger. I just realized that carburetor spray stung. I was cutting some metal, expanded metal earlier. I should have used the plasma cutter, but I got the cutoff wheel out because I didn't think it was going to be that much work. I was wrong. More work than I planned on. Okay. Let's clean this little one up. This is the inside part. Cleaned up pretty good. Good. Alright. This, gotta be careful. get hog wild with this thing because it's cheap. Some of these are plastic and some of these are metal, and I don't know which one this is. Some type of alloy. Switches back and forth like this. It's locked in there. So you have to set this at about a 45-degree angle or so. So usually I've got the switch going at this angle like this. So set that right there, that hole, and I'm going to push down on the spring. Maybe. Nope. Some ball bearing fell out. Come here, ball bearing. I may have to use, there is a tool, and I just haven't had time. One, I can't find it online, and two, Timmy said to make one, and I have not been able to make one. Number one, I haven't had time, really. Come here, ball bearing. Oh, you've got to be kidding. It does not want to come to me. Let's put a little grease on the ball bearing so I can get it on there. Okay, it's on top of the spring. Now, there's a slot right here. I want to try to get my screwdriver. Try to get my screwdriver right there. That's what I normally do. I can push down on the ball bearing and then slide this down. Example, if I do it right. Push this ball bearing down with the spring. See what I'm doing? Just like that. This was the lever. See how the lever right there? So this goes in, this little bottom of the cog is pointed to the selector right there. See that? See how it lines up? And then you can switch it back and forth. See? Now what I got to do, so let's get back in the picture. I'm going to grease this, and you can use whatever you want. And there's guys, they do make us particular grease for these wrenches. For different brands have their own. This is grease I use at work. I've said it before. I've used it for over 30 years. I'm familiar with it. I work with it. You know, you get familiar, get used to using something, you like using it. So if you like it, don't change it. You find something. Okay, now let's get back in picture here. Turn the selector halfway. See, I'm turning it half. Drop that down in there. Then you can lock it in. There it goes. Now, let's back out a little bit. This was the inside. So I'm just going to put a little grease on this. It don't need much, guys. That just barely a film. Especially if, you know, unless you're going to use it a lot. Yeah, it's no big deal. Just drop it on there like that. Oh well, screwed up. Take it back apart. I forgot to grease this gear. Oh well. Hope Hope this video don't turn out to be long. I don't want to stop and break. Yeah, there we go. Look at there. All right, now to get it back in there, you gotta turn the selector 40 right in the center. See how the tip there, and then this drops in there just like that. Then it locks over. Now I can put the top that I just greased. Flip it over. And then it switches back and forth, which I knew it would. I'm not worried about it. Now, this clip. Just like that. Just remember the ball bearing. Have a magnet, and the magnet will hold the spring and the ball bearing in something. Oh, it's completely different. Completely different. Actually, this is better than the other one I got over there. You know what I should do though? I should just go ahead and take the parts out of this one and put it in this. I do like the longer handle on this one though. Oh well, I still keep debating. This thing's rusted, man. This thing's bad. I need to really work on it. But there you go. I cleaned it, took it apart, greased it. All I used was a Dremel tool, some snap ring pliers, a couple little picks, pair of pliers, some Dremel tool. That's all I used to clean it up. There you go. We've got a nice little Craftsman. I didn't wax it or polish it like I normally do on my big polishing wheel, but you don't have to. It's just a good wrench. I just wanted to do something different because that's what I used. Well, that's what I started with after the fire. I was cleaning almost everything with just a wire wheel and Dremel tool. So there you go. Cleaned the wrench, got all the rust off of it. It's in good shape. It's a good usable wrench now, or ratchet. I keep saying wrench, but I don't care. There you go, a little, I don't know, $10. I've seen these as high as $25 online, which I can't figure out why. They're okay. Now that I have some other wrenches, I like the thumb release. This is the best thing about the thumb release, but the handle's too short. I don't like these shorty handles. And when I say by shorty, 7 inches, which I'm not a big fan of the little shorties. I think all 3/8 should be this size, which is, you know, this one's 8. Almost, see, 7 and 7/8. It really needs to be closer to 10, but it's not. Just thought I'd show you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, tell me so, and if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. I am, you know, I'm hoping I'm doing a good videos for you. One thing I did not do, hang on a second before I screw up. I do need oil. I forget this. Oh, boy, that just came out quick. Just a drop. I wanted just a drop in there, but my little oil can, I misplaced it somewhere. Just yeah, it's oil went all the way down. I can see the oil down in there now. Just a drop. Let's see. And this stuff comes out too quick. Need some different oil. Anyways, there you go, guys. Nice little wrench. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good evening.